All right, let's get right into it. We're going to break down a really simple but super powerful framework that's designed to completely change how you speak on the fly. If you've ever found yourself wishing you could just be a little more clear, a little more confident in those moments, well, this is for you. So first up, let's talk about a feeling that I'm pretty sure we all know way too well. It's that moment of sudden, totally unexpected pressure. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Someone asks you a question you weren't ready for, every single eye in the room turns to you, and nothing. It's like your brain just stalls. It's a universal feeling, and honestly, it's just plain awful. Yeah, this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's not a slow fade into confusion. It's an immediate, jarring, full stop. It feels like all the gears in your head just grind to a halt because the whole system is totally overwhelmed. And this is such a perfect way to describe the chaos that happens next. Your mind is just scrambling, desperately trying to find anything to say. Should I talk about its history or that one time I saw it in a movie? All these ideas are flashing at once, but none of them are connecting into a clear thought. So, what actually comes out of your mouth? Usually, it's just a stream of half-baked ideas and verbal dead ends. You just ramble. And it's not just frustrating for the person listening, it's so embarrassing for you. It can make you feel completely incompetent, even when you actually know your stuff. But here's the thing, and this is really important. This is not a personal failure. It's not because you're a bad communicator. It all comes down to not having the right process for your brain to grab onto when it's under pressure. So get this. In a recent workshop on this exact topic, the facilitator asked, "Hey, how many of you use any kind of framework when you communicate?" And less than 10% of the people in the room raised their hands. That means most of us are just winging it. And when you look at it like this, the difference is just night and day. Without a framework, you're stuck in that cyclone of panic and rambling. But with a simple mental model to fall back on, you can instantly find structure. And that structure is what leads to clarity, and this is the big one, confidence. Okay, so what is this amazing solution? Well, it's a beautifully simple structure that can literally become your new default for speaking off the cuff. Let's break down exactly what it is. It's called the 3-2-1 framework. And you can think of it like a set of guardrails for your mind. When your brain starts to swerve into panic mode, this framework is what keeps you on a clear, straight path. So how's it work? Well, the 3 stands for 3 steps. This could be a simple process, a timeline like past, present, future, or maybe just 3 key points you want to make. Then you've got 2, which stands for 2 types or 2 ways. This is great because it forces you to create a simple comparison. Pros and cons, this way versus that way, 2 different approaches to a problem. And finally, the 1. This stands for the one thing. This is your anchor. What's this single, most important idea? What's your core message? The one thing you really want to leave people with? All right, theory is one thing, but let's see how this thing actually performs in a real high-pressure situation. These examples are straight from a live workshop where people were put right on the spot. So imagine this. The speaker gets a totally random topic shouted from the audience, avocados. Now, for most of us, our brain would immediately open up those dozen browser tabs we talked about. But not this guy. Instantly, he has a structure. The one thing? Bam. They're incredible on a keto diet. 2 ways to eat them: you can smash them on toast or you can eat them like a fruit. 3 steps to prepare: cut and peel, mash it up, add salt, pepper, and lemon. See that? An instant, organized mini-speech created right out of thin air. Okay, that's pretty cool. But what about someone who has never even heard of this framework before? An audience member gets called up, the topic is travel, and she's told she has just 3 seconds to come up with her answer. And you gotta see this. Before the countdown is even over, she leans into the mic and just declares the one thing. It's magnificent. What a powerful confidence start. 0 hesitation. Then, asked for 2 types, she immediately gives a clear distinction: regional and international. It's simple, it's structured, and it's perfectly clear. She didn't get bogged down in a million details. She just used the framework. And for the 3 steps: plan it, book it, go. So good. It's brilliant. In just a handful of seconds, she delivered 3 distinct, structured, and really confident answers. It just goes to show that anyone, and I mean anyone, can use this tool right away. So let's wrap this all up by looking at the real change that happens when you start using a tool like this, because it's about so much more than just sounding better. This is really the heart of it all. The framework doesn't add complexity, it actually strips it away. It takes all the infinite things you could say and narrows it all down to a simple, effective structure your brain can actually follow when you're under pressure. And that leads to the ultimate payoff. When you feel prepared, that fear of being put on the spot, it just melts away. And it gets replaced by a feeling of readiness, maybe even excitement. You actually start to lean into those opportunities to speak because you know you have this reliable tool ready to go. In the end, this isn't just a gimmick for public speakers. It's a real tool for your next team meeting, that random chat by the coffee machine, or any time you get hit with a question out of the blue. So the only real question left is, the next time you're put on the spot, how are you going to use it?